Welcome to Cruise Day Fun. We're glad you're with us today. We have got an exciting episode, a jam-packed episode of Cruise Day Fun Live.
Jammed pack.
Yes, we've got two big topics today.
Big topics.
Are you gonna do that for everything? Because the next thing I'm gonna say is number 2. The first thing we have is the 10 tips for the Mardi Gras. If you're going on Carnival Mardi Gras, you're gonna want to see and hear about our 10 tips for the Carnival Mardi Gras, or the Mardi Gras, as they just simply call it.
It just makes it more exciting.
What does?
The
Holding up your hands?
The actions, yeah.
Okay. So coming up, 10 Mardi Gras tips. You're a little behind. 10 Mardi. Okay. Anyway, and then stay tuned, because after that we're going to cover another ship and talk about all the food they have. Yes. We're going to talk about the food options on Carnival Valor. This week we're doing Carnival Valor. Last week we did, what did we do last week? Carnival Spirit. So if you missed that, go back and check. We've got a Carnival Spirit food video. You'll want to check that out, especially if you're thinking of going on the Carnival Spirit. But today we'll be doing Carnival Valor.
I don't have a hand sign for Carnival Spirit.
Yeah. Well, okay, isn't there spirit hands or something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And now what do you do for Valor? Okay. Next week, which will be next Saturday, will be Saturday the 18th? And yes. We are going to be answering cruise questions, and we are going to be doing our next cruise food spotlight on Carnival. What do we decide? Carnival Splendor. So we're trying to cover the ships that we're getting a lot of interest on our channel for the other ships we've done. So if we're not covering the ship that you're going on soon, hopefully we'll get to yours before too long. So so a lot of stuff to cover so you get started. But before we get going, we've got to say hello.
Hello.
I had more to that. We've got to say hello to Sea Leg Journeys. Always glad to have Robin and Chet here. Glad to see you in the house.
In the house.
Yep. And we got to say hello to La Jones.
Hi.
Great to have you here.
How do you say her name?
It's
his name?
La Jones.
La Jones?
It's on the screen. Yes.
Hey. I can't read that small.
And La Jones is happy that Sea Leg Journeys is here. So that's we're happy too.
Yeah,
they're
are.
Often here. They're a great channel. If you haven't checked out Sea Leg Journeys, be sure to
Party
check them
with
out.
Cruise Day Fun.
Yeah. But I was talking about their channel.
I know. Journeys. We have Sea Leg Journeys, La Jones.
Okay.
It's a party.
Everybody's welcome. Well, let's get going. We got to talk about our 10 Mardi Gras tips. We got 10 tips for anyone going on the Carnival's newest ship, the Mardi Gras.
Ooh, yeah.
So anything else before we get going?
Let's go.
Okay, I guess we'll start going. So we have 10 tips for the Mardi Gras. Number 1.
Uno.
Be sure to take advantage of Bar de la Rosa. If you're a coffee drinker like I am, when you go for your morning coffee, especially if you want a specialty coffee, you may think, well, I'm going to go to Java Blue down on deck 6. There is a very large Java Blue on deck 6, and I can see why you go. You'll probably see it the first day you get on the ship. That's huge. But in the mornings, it is super crowded. Instead, go up to deck 8 and go to Bar de la Rosa. It's a smaller venue, but you can walk up there and they'll make your coffee. They'll make all your specialty coffee drinks there. Much faster, much easier, a lot less of a line. Bar de la Rosa on deck 8. Go there for your morning coffee, and they've got more alcoholic drinks later. It is a bar, so it's a bar and coffee stand. That's tip 1. Tip 2. That's tip 3. We're out of order here. Tip 2. Breakfast at Guy's Pig and Anchor.
Oh yeah.
Go to Guy's Pig and Anchor if you want to avoid the crowd at the buffet. Guy's Pig and Anchor, you may think of for dinner. They've got great barbecue food. Go there and have barbecue, listen to music. But you know what? In the morning, they've got an included buffet. It's a smaller, kind of Southern influenced buffet.
Ooh, look at that. That looks good.
Yep. And there's no charge. So if you want to avoid the crowd, you want a little different scenery, kind of a different laid back, kind of relaxed bar type setting, go check out Guy's Pig and Ankle for breakfast.
Yum.
That's tip number 2. While we're talking about breakfast, I got to go back or go to tip number 3.
3.
Big chicken.
Yes.
You may have heard a lot of talk about big chicken. And big chicken for breakfast, they've got this delicious chicken and biscuit with this spicy honey sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
So good. It's my favorite thing I had there. And you should know that you can get this and their other breakfast items until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you're a late riser, or you did something else for breakfast, or you're craving another one, go to Big Chicken as late as 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And here I'll put up the menu so you can check it out.
Wow.
And if you want to refer back to this later, be sure to save this video so you can come back, because I'm going to show a couple other menus that you may want to know about later on. But for Big Chicken, you can get breakfast up until 3 o'clock. So that's tip number 3.
That is so yummy, that chicken and honey biscuit.
It is. It's my favorite. I also enjoyed the other sandwiches, the daytime sandwiches. But yeah, you got to check that out. So that was tip 3. What tip is next?
4.
How did you guess? Okay. Tip number 4. Now this one's a little different. Tip number 4. The Mardi Gras is a huge ship, as you probably already know, even if you haven't been on the ship. And it's laid out different than all the other ships they've done before. It's got this area on it where they do shows called, it's Center Stage at Grand Central.
Mm-hmm.
And they put on these great shows, just like you might normally see in the main theater. And Mardi Gras also has the main theater too. But this is a 3-level theater where they put on shows. And there's balcony seating on decks 7 and 8. And there's main floor seating on deck 6. And this is all great, but these balcony areas are really your only way to get from one end of the ship on each of these decks. And it gets really crowded and really congested.
It does.
On deck 7 and 8, because it's a very narrow pathway behind the balcony seating, and you'll have people stand there and watch the show or wait for the show or listen to music. So if you need to go on deck 6 or 7 or 8 and you need to go through the midship area to go forward or aft, deck 6 is your best option. It's got a much wider area. You can get through there. Use deck 6. Yep. Or stay on one of the decks with all the staterooms, on the cabins, because you'll get to your where you're going a lot faster. Because I can't tell you how many times we were like, oh boy, we need to go through the show going on. Avoid deck 7 and 8. So that was tip number, 4?
4.
Now it's time for tip number 5.
5.
Joy, this is your tip. You said you've got to bring your own cup.
Yes. So, Carnival provides those little yellow cups that are great and all. But if you are like me and I am a pop drinker, I want to bring my big cup.
Yep, so, and that actual cup, I think, is the one you took with us on our cruise.
Yep.
Here's a picture of you with it. I think you were finding a hidden duck there.
Exactly.
But you carried that around with you when you knew you were going to go take advantage of the bottomless bubbles, and you were going to refill your cup in the buffet or whatever. You use that cup. And you also had a tip about filling your cup when you go to the buffet using the bottomless bubbles, right?
So Mardi Gras has this bottomless pit or a cup system.
Bottomless bubbles soda package.
So before you go to the keypad, before you do that, you want to get your ice filled up, and then put your cup underneath the drink that you would want to have, because you're only given so many seconds.
But let me clarify and be sure, based on what you told me, because what you're describing sounds like pretty standard that you do at a fast food restaurant or something. What you're saying is put the ice in the cup before you scan your card.
Right.
Because as soon as you scan your card, the timer goes and you don't get a lot of time.
They only give you maybe 20
seconds, something like that, what you said.
So
especially if you're filling a big cup like that, the ice, it doesn't limit you on ice. Fill up the cup with the ice you want, then scan your card, and then you can fill your cup. Because then it also makes you wait a while before you can fill it again.
Right.
Right.
It makes you wait like 5 minutes.
Right. So if you're in the big cup club like Joy is, take your big cup so you can fill it less often and you can have your soda available for you, but fill the ice before you scan that card, and then you'll be happy like she was.
It'll save you time. So
Well, save you time and misery. So now it's time for tip number, what are we on?
Six.
I got 7. Do we miss
What
one?
happened to 6?
I don't know. I think I don't know how to count. Let's go
That's
do
okay.
tip number. Let's do tip. I probably put them out of order again. That's tip number 6. Okay, we're not. Boy, I tell you. Tip number 6. Avoid the big chicken crowd. So we mentioned big chicken before, and you want to avoid the crowd at Big Chicken because being the new spot, it is very, very popular, and the line can get very long. If you want to go to Big Chicken, you want to be sure to go when it's not crowded, and that is not the first day when you get on. When you get on the ship, it's going to be the most crowded. The least crowded time is going to be on port days.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Guy's Burger joint was back in the day and is on a lot of the ships still. That's where everybody wants to go. Take advantage or maybe wait. Take advantage of the port days or at least wait and don't go the first day. So that was tip number 6. And if you're paying attention, you may have already seen tip number 7.
7.
Since I can't seem to, these were in order at one point. The computer messed them up. I'll blame the computer. So tip number 7, explore the lanai. So the lanai is an outdoor area on deck 8. It's outdoor seating. If you're familiar with Norwegian, you may know some of the newer ships have the waterfront area. It kind of reminds me of that sort of thing. It's got a lot of outdoor seating. It's got a pool at the very back and hot tubs, and it's got seating where you can go outside for various restaurants and bars, including the watering hole, which is a great outdoor spot. You can go there and get your drinks.
I like the coloring that they have.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
A nice spot. So on deck 8, towards the back of the ship, you've got the lanai area and the watering hole. So that's tip number 7. Be sure to take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tip number 8. Enjoy the quiet pool. So there's a few pools on the ship. There's the main pool out by the Red Frog Tiki Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the pool in the patio area, which is, I was just talking about the lanai. That's on deck 8. So there's that pool there, but that tended to be pretty crowded. Both of those are pretty crowded. But the tides pool at the back of the Lido deck is the quietest pool most of the time. They've got a pool and hot tubs there. And if you're looking for the quietest option, that's where you want to go. And bonus, they've got a tides bar there too. And Big Chicken is right there. So you're in a good spot at the aft area of deck 8, the tides pool. So check that out.
And normally the hot tubs were available too.
Yeah.
Because it was hardly anyone there.
That's right. So that's a great spot. So tip number 9, the Tiki Bar. I just mentioned the Tiki Bar a minute ago. The Red Frog Tiki Bar, a first for the Mardi Gras, is a tiki-themed Red Frog bar. And it's actually 2 levels. And some of the time, the upper level's not always open, but when it is open, take advantage of that. Head one more deck up, go up to the upper deck of the Red Frog Tiki Bar and get yourself a drink there. You can avoid the crowd. And right around the corner is Guy's Burger Joint.
Yum.
So one deck up from the main pool, the Red Frog Tiki Bar. Take advantage of that upper level. Tip number 10.
Are we already there?
We are. We're there.
Man, that was
number
fast.
10. Relax at the Havana Bar. The Havana Bar, if you want an indoor spot to relax, is when during the day is the quietest bar that I was able to find.
Yeah.
Very nice and relaxing spot. And they have great drinks. It's a great spot to go and just relax, get away from the crowd. The Havana Bar. In the evening, they have live music, and sometimes I'll have like trivia and stuff like that, events going on there. But most of the time, it is the quietest spot to go. So you can tell I like quiet.
Yes.
So
and it wasn't as noisy as the other places, probably because there was less people there.
Yep.
So if you wanted to meet your spouse or anyone for just to talk, that
Mhm.
was a great place to hang out
Yeah, and
and
they've
read a book too.
got some cozy seating, and it's a nice area, and it's nicely themed with a Cuban theme to the bar. But they've got all kinds of cocktails, beers, and they even have some coffee drinks.
Yeah.
So that's our 10 tips for the Mardi Gras. We hope you enjoyed that.
Yay!
So let's go back. Let's look. I've been missing some comments here. Let's see. We've got. Oh, okay. So we've got a question from Law Jones. Let's see. Uh, Carnival special dinners offer free breakfast, or is that just an RC thing? Carnival special
Oh,
dinner.
she's talking about the passport, the
The key?
the key thing. Yeah, that had
Yeah.
with Royal
I'm not.
Caribbean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're familiar with the key with Royal Caribbean. I don't know if that's what Law's referring to, but Carnival special dinners. Maybe this the specialty restaurants.
Hmm.
Um, I, I I don't know that other than on Mardi Gras, other than the Guy's Pig and Anchor, if the other ones were offering that. I know that the Cucina del Capitano offered lunch in addition to dinner, but I don't know about
What about
breakfast.
Blue Iguana? The
Well,
burritos.
that's not a specialty dining restaurant, but they do have breakfast there.
Hmm.
And when we talk about Carnival Valor, we'll mention Blue Iguana because that's my personal favorite
For
Carnival breakfast
breakfast.
spot.
Hmm.
But that's yeah. So, but I would definitely recommend if you're on Mardi Gras to check out Guy's Pig and Anchor for breakfast, especially if you're looking for a quieter spot or just
Hmm.
a change of pace. Because the buffets on Carnival Mardi Gras, it was really good and it was decent sized, but the seating, some if you're at the wrong time, it can be pretty crowded. So we really liked Guy's Pig and Anchor for that.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where the ice cream was too.
yep. And we've got Graham is here with us again. It's great to see you again, Graham.
Hey,
Um,
Graham.
yep, and they've got the cheers on November. Don't have to worry about the costs. So the cheers out the bottomless bubbles, but the cheers package for anybody that doesn't know, that's for like the more adult beverages, beer,
Oh.
wine, and cocktails, that sort of thing. So hey, have fun with that. I definitely am envious of that.
That's a challenge.
Um,
So you accept that challenge, Graham?
that's right. And Sea Lake Journeys is asking if the aft pool is an adult-only area. And you know what? I didn't say that. I didn't specifically call that out simply because I couldn't remember seeing a sign saying that it was for adults only. Um, but I know what you mean. Usually the tides pools are supposed to be adults only, and usually they kind of end up being that way.
Hmm.
So I didn't call that out specifically. I think it probably is supposed to be, but I don't know how well they enforce it. But it definitely was a quieter pool anytime I went by it. The kids were tended to be either at the patio pool on deck 8 or out at the main pool out at the midship on the Lido deck. Um, Big Chicken Law is actually complimentary, just like Guy's Burger Joint. It doesn't cost
Yeah.
anything extra. It's just a walk up stand. You go there and you get whatever chicken sandwich you want or whatever. Great for breakfast, great for lunch. And then they've got a condiment stand where you can go and add. I think they've got like potato salad or some pickled vegetables or something there. You can get some hot sauce and that sort of thing. But yeah.
I like that Carnival does things like that where you get a variety of different flavors such as
Yeah,
chicken and Guy's Burger and things like
I
that.
agree.
It's
Yeah,
nice instead of the
it's
old not boring, but the same buffet food.
yeah. Well, if you do the buffet every meal or the main dining room or something like that all the time, then yeah, it's nice to have different options. And I think
Hmm.
all the cruise lines are getting a lot better about that. And with Mardi Gras, is definitely for Carnival is definitely an example of that. Having different options and different venues and just kind of different atmospheres, I think adds something to it too. So yeah, yeah, because you can have a steak you can order a steak in the main dining room. They typically charge you a little extra, but it's kind of I think a different experience than you have it in the steakhouse, just because it's more of a fine dining experience.
Right.
Anyway, now that I'm talking about food, we need to talk about food. So that's good. We're talking about food. We need to shift to talk to our second topic, which is Carnival Valor. To keep on our theme of carnival tips, but zeroing in more on food. So before I do that, I want to remind you, if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. Put the notification bell on so you know when we're going live. It's typically Saturdays at 3 o'clock Eastern time, but that sometimes can change. So having that notification bell on is a good way to do that.
And give us a thumbs up if you like us.
Yeah, if you're enjoying this, give us a thumbs up.
It
And
really helps us.
we also got the Facebook group. I got to mention the Facebook group, which we haven't talked about this too much, but next month, July, is going to be the 3rd anniversary of Cruise Day Fun. So
we should have a big blowout party.
Well, I'm just going to say, I'm thinking we're going to do something special, but it will be for the Facebook group members. So you'll want to be a member of the Facebook group, so you can take advantage of a little thank you that we're going to put out there. So that's you can join the Facebook group by clicking on the link in the description below. So yeah, so three years coming up.
3, I can't believe it.
Almost half of that time there were no cruises going, so that's kind of made things a little strange, different than what we expected.
But cruising's back.
Yeah, cruising is back, and and Graham's talking about how the COVID test requirements, so they're making it easier to fly in. But yeah, it's hopefully the cruise lines are going to make it so it's easier to cruise without doing all the COVID tests, because I want to be safe, but that does get kind of old. We've done quite a few of those tests ourselves.
But I'm glad I'll do COVID test because I want to go cruising.
If you have to get on a cruise, it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have to take a COVID test, I say that it's worth it.
It's worth it.
Because I'm without being able to cruise, it's just a sad day.
Yep. I agree. So I think it's time for us to move on to our next topic, because we've got an exciting topic coming up. And that is the Carnival. What did I say? Carnival Valor, right? So let's go ahead and head into that. Let's talk about Carnival Valor's food. Carnival Valor, starting with the specialty dining options. Let's talk about the things that cost a little extra, and then we'll tell you about the things that are included in the price of your cruise. Starting off with the specialty dining option, the Scarlet Steakhouse.
Try and say that 7 times fast.
I don't want to. Scarlet Steakhouse is the steakhouse on Carnival Valor, and they've got delicious steaks like this ribeye here. We've gone to steakhouses on a lot of Carnival ships, and we've never been disappointed. But they don't just have steaks; they also have the surf and turf. I know that's something that you go for a lot. Yum. Get a fillet and a lobster tail. So a great option on Carnival Valor is Scarlet Steakhouse. So check that out.
Definitely.
Another compliment, or another specialty dining option, I should say. Will cost you a little extra, but for a special experience, go to the Chef's Table. The Chef's Table is a special experience where you'll watch the chef prepare a meal for you. Very elegant, very high quality fine dining at the Chef's Table.
Very fancy.
Yes.
Fancy.
And what if you were looking for something for lunch and you were in the mood for maybe, some shrimp?
Oh, yeah.
Or, some sort of seafood. Well, Carnival Valor has one of our favorite venues. Costs a little extra. It's per item. And but that's called what? Seafood Shack.
Yeah.
Seafood Shack. And here's the menu. Give you an example of
eat and peel shrimp.
Yep.
So good.
They've got all kinds of different options. Fish and chips, the buffalo shrimp, peel and eat shrimp. You can get all kinds of great food there.
I like the peel and eat shrimp, or the clam chowder in the bread bowl. So good.
Yep. And or you can just simply get fish and chips. That's what I got last time I was on a Carnival cruise, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So Seafood Shack, it's an option, costs a little extra, but I think for a special treat, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yep. Another option that charges a la carte is the Red Frog Pub.
Ooh.
Carnival Valor has a Red Frog Pub, and not only do they have great beer, but they have some pub food.
Really?
And I've got some examples of some of the pub food they have. They've got coconut shrimp, the grouper fingers. That sounds kind of fish fingers. That always sounds strange to me because fish don't have fingers, do they? How about firecracker Jamaican wings? You know, I
It's
love my
like
wings.
buffalo wings, except for fish fingers.
You're on that. Okay, yeah. Well, we're going we're getting a little off track here. And they've also got pulled pork sandwiches. So
Oh, yum.
yeah, refer to this. Save this video down below so you can come back and refer to this menu, this sample menu later. But
Try out those
Red
grouper
Frog.
fingers.
Yeah, let us know what you think of those, because
Exactly.
we were talking about that. I was trying to find a list of some of their items, because this is one that you and I haven't personally experienced, but it sounds like some great options. We'll have to check that out next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Another option, something that we definitely have done, is room service.
Yes.
And sometimes it could be complimentary. Sometimes there might be an extra charge. Look for this hang tag in your room. The hang tag, most of the items on it are complimentary. You just fill it out the night before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what do you do with it?
Put it outside the door.
You hang it on the
door.
door on the outside of your cabin.
Yep.
And at the designated time you selected, you'll get a wake-up call as they deliver your breakfast in bed.
So nice.
Yes.
You can have first breakfast.
Yes. And then you go to the buffet and get your second breakfast.
Exactly.
Something else you can do, get delivered right to your room or anywhere on the ship, really, is pizza delivery.
Oh,
They've got
this
pizza
is
delivery.
brilliant.
Yes.
You don't have to wait in line. You just order the pizza and they come right towards you.
Comes right to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, be sure to get the Carnival Hub app so you can order yourself a pizza delivered.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
That's so brilliant.
One more option before we get into the options that don't cost any extra at all, and there's a bunch of those, but one more option you might want to pay for, and it costs just a little extra, but something you can do for the whole family, or especially the little kids, and that's the green eggs and ham breakfast. You can go there and you can get some of their wacky looking pancakes, or try green eggs and ham. See if you really don't like green eggs and ham, because you might find out that indeed you do. So that's the options on Carnival Valor that cost extra.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of options. If you don't want to pay any extra, there's a bunch of options that won't cost you a penny more.
That's right.
We got to start with our favorite place to go for complimentary food. We first get on a ship. What's that?
Guy's Burger Joint.
Guy's Burger Joint. Yes. Great burgers.
Yes.
And their seasoned fries.
Yum.
Delicious burgers. And I like to get the ringer myself.
I like the plain Jane because I like to make my own.
Yeah, let me share their menu here. This is their burgers, but like Joy said, you can order a plain Jane or any of these, and you can go over to the toppings bar and you can add extra ingredients.
So you can add as much bacon as you want, as much lettuce, tomato, onion as you want.
Or donkey sauce. Don't forget the donkey sauce. So a lot of great options at Guy's Burger Joint, whether you're just taking the burger and running with like I do, or if you're going and making it your own. Speaking of making it your own, another great option is Blue Iguana Cantina.
Yes.
And Blue Iguana Cantina, they make tortillas right on the ship.
Yum.
The flour tortillas, they make those up fresh for you, and then you go and you tell them what you want on your taco, what you want on your burrito, and they make that up for you just the way you want it.
Those tacos, those street tacos are so yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And the burritos, I go for the burritos myself. This is one of my burritos, and they've got a salsa bar. You can see I went and got some extra salsa, add some extra heat to my meal. A lot of great Mexican food options there. Ask them. They don't always have these, but if they have it available, ask for, I think, your new favorite, which is the taco salad.
Oh, I was so craving a taco salad.
Yep. Last Carnival cruise we were on, that became our big thing, to get a taco salad. And of course, they'll fill it the way you want it. But, you got to see if they have the taco salad shells available, because they have to make those special. Guess they make those right on the ship too.
Yeah.
And Carnival's Blue Iguana Cantina is open for breakfast. You can go there and get a breakfast burrito made the way you want it, with eggs and those crunchy potatoes. Add a nice crunch to the burrito. I like that. They also have huevos rancheros and these little cornbread and cheese things that they call arepas.
Yeah. So
great options at Blue Iguana Cantina. And again, just like Guy's Burger Joint, it's included in the price of your fare. You don't pay anything extra for these.
Right.
Get as much as you want.
Yeah.
Another great option
is
Carnival Deli.
Yes.
Carnival Deli has delicious sandwiches like the BLT.
Or you can get a Reuben.
Yep, this is a Reuben.
Or a Rachel, which is turkey. turkey Reuben.
Yeah. Well, if you don't want the corned beef, you can go for the Rachel. They've got a lot of great sandwiches they'll make for you there. And I'm surprised you weren't going for the BLT, but yeah, a lot of great options. Carnival Deli. Um, Also, and this is an option that's open 24 hours a day.
24
Yep,
hours?
and that's Pizza Pirate.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Pirate will make up the pizzas to order, and we mentioned pizza delivery before. There is a charge for that, but if you go and you order your pizza at Pizza Pirate and wait for it, there's no charge if you pick it up yourself.
Yeah.
So there's a way to save money right there.
Midnight pizza.
Yep.
You know, after you've gone to dancing or playing games, the card games.
Gone to a show. Yeah, go get dinner, go to the main dining room, go see a show, and then afterwards, if you're a little peckish, go to Pizza Pirate and get a pizza.
Exactly. So good. Oh,
that's right.
The wait is worth the wait.
It's worth the wait.
The line is worth the wait.
That's right. Another option that is costs no extra is old-fashioned barbecue. You can go there and get chicken, beef, pork, brisket. A lot of great options, and then they've got salads that go along with it.
They have coleslaw too.
Yep.
I like their coleslaw. Food.
So that's another option. Another complimentary option, probably the first one that a lot of people think of, is the main dining rooms. And the Carnival Valor has two main dining rooms. There's the Washington dining room and the Lincoln dining room. And I've got a sample menu I'll put up here that shows some of the things that you can get when you're at the Washington dining room or the Lincoln dining room on Carnival Valor. These are some of the items that they have. And this is their sample menu. Here's this next part. And again, save this video if you want to refer back to this later by clicking the save icon down below. But we've got some pictures of some things that aren't necessarily on the menu. So these sample menus are some of the things, but they change it up from time to time. Mm-hmm. And I know you had, I think this was yours, you had on a recent sailing, you had fried shrimp.
Yes.
And it looks like rice.
Yes.
So that's a main dining room item. And for dessert, and I didn't see this on the standard sample menu, but you somehow, some way talked yourself into a nice big piece of tiramisu.
Oh, yeah.
You love the tiramisu.
I made it just in time for the main dining room to get dessert.
Perfect.
And I'm like, can I have some tiramisu? I saw that on the list, and I'm like, yes, I'll have a tiramisu.
I know that's your favorite. So, yeah, Joy seeks out tiramisu on every cruise. And if they don't have it, she'll be like, are you sure? Can you check and back again? So, yeah. So they aim to please. And that's been our experience on every
I
Carnival
did see
cruise.
it in the buffet. So I was like, I got to find
you
tiramisu
went out
somewhere.
hunting it down, and you found it. One more option, and this is a big option for included food you can get on the Carnival Valor, is, of course, the buffet. I believe it's called Rosie's Restaurant, I believe is the name of it, of that particular one. And it's a buffet, breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can go there and you can choose from a wide variety of buffet items. And of course, they've also got sweet treats too.
Yes, you can ask for the cake of the day.
Yes. So those are the main food options you'll find on board. Of course, they also have the Swirls ice cream by the pool. You don't want to miss out on that. There's no charge for that. You can get as much as you want. But if you're going on the Carnival Valor, we hope you found that helpful. Comment and let us know what you're looking most forward to on your next Carnival cruise, whether it's Carnival Valor or another ship. But we hope you enjoyed that, and we thank you for watching that.
Thanks for watching.
Before we wrap up, though, let's go back and address some comments, because I could see I was navigating through these photos and there were some comments on here. I want to be sure we didn't miss anything. So the chef's table, Chet and Robin have checked out the chef's table, so that's something that we got to learn from you about. I don't even know. Have you guys done a video on that yet? We're behind on your videos. I can tell you that right now. So maybe your last video was on that, and I'm making a fool of myself. But yeah. And Law Jones is commenting on Red Frog Pub, and that's some pretty impressive pub food. I thought so too. And we were talking about this not too long ago, where Joy was asking me, what kind of food do they have at the Red Frog Pub? And I was like, you know what? I don't think we've ever tried it. And
I really want to try.
So I had to find a menu sample.
I really want to try the walleye or the grouper
fingers.
Yeah.
I think you're picturing something totally different than what they are.
Well, it's like buffalo wings,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're good. Okay, yes, and the first ones we covered would do carry an extra charge, whether it's like a charge for the whole meal, like the steakhouse, or a la carte. And the Red Frog Pub does carry an extra charge, although again, I just kind of had to do some research. It looks like it's pretty modest, like it's $2 or $3 per item. So I'm guessing they're small plates. So not a lot extra. Kind of, it may be better than you'd find at your local pub. Yeah. So. And La enjoyed the stills. Well, I'm glad we tried really hard to have some images to show. We enjoy talking about the food, but we want to be able to show what we're talking about too. So we're glad you appreciated that. John and Nancy from J&N Travels are here. Great to have you here. And going on 2 cruises in October. Oh, I wonder if you're going to be on one of them.
I wonder if you're going to be with us on one of the ships.
There's a lot of Carnival ships.
I know there are.
Well, we're on Carnival Magic starting on Halloween on the 31st.
No, I'm so excited.
If you're on that one, we'll see you there, John and Nancy. Otherwise, 2 cruises in October. Wow, that's awesome. First Carnival cruises in over 30 years. That's amazing. I'm trying
to decide on my Halloween costume. So.
Yeah, no, you're working on that. Let's see. Oh, yep. So everybody go on over after we wrap up here in a couple minutes. Head on over to Sea Lake Journeys channel and check out their videos. We need to head over because they do have a video on the chef's table.
Ooh, we're gonna check that out.
Yep, and they do. I know you have videos on Carnival and Princess. We've watched a bunch of those, but you guys do Robin and Chet do a lot of videos, and there's a lot of great content on their channel. So
and
if you haven't subscribe.
We wholly support them.
Yep. So anything else we need to cover? I know we talked about before what we're doing next week. I feel like we kind of had some technical difficulties here as usual with going out of order on our top 10 Mardi Gras. I swear, I load them into the computer and have them all lined up in order. And then when we go live, they're out of order. And it's so small on the screen, it's hard for me to tell which number is which.
The gnomes get at the computer system somehow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the ships have changed a lot in 30 years. Yeah, that's definitely for sure. But next week we're going to be answering some cruising questions. So we're not talking specifically about Carnival, and we're going to be talking about cruising in general and answering some questions that we've gotten and some topics that we've kind of haven't really found a way to fit in and do a whole video on. And we're also going to be doing another ship food spotlight. And we're covering Carnival Splendor next week. So we're going through several of the Carnival ships because those seem to be what are popular on our channel right now, and because that's what we've had the most experience with.
Boy, June is going by fast.
Yes, it is. So that's June 18th, next Saturday at 3:00 Eastern time. Anything else we need to cover other than thanking people for watching? We really, as always, we appreciate everybody that showed up live, or if you're watching in the future. Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment on what we've covered and let us know if you have any suggestions, questions, comments. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Is that it?
Yep. And give us a thumbs up.
I just said that. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.